Listen to Chaos. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, the moment you've all been waiting for, coming to you live from Chaos Studios. It's time for our Monday Night Raw results and review show with Xhaoz and Stefan. Now, in a serious note, Raw was actually better than last week's. We start out with Stephanie coming out and, of course, getting cut off by the king of the running man himself, Shane McMahon. And they have their little dialogue that goes on where she passes him a little bag, and inside the bag is the picture frame that Vince stepped on, that she had repurposed and all that good shit. So during that whole thing, Kevin Owens comes out and tries to kiss ass to Stephanie, which honestly, she looks pretty good for a damn near 40-year-old, so I'll probably try to kiss her ass and do a lot more than just kiss her ass too. But he comes out trying to kiss her ass. What can I say? She's a MILF.
I'm done.
And he comes out and does the ass kiss and saying, "Oh, I haven't gotten my rematch yet because I was too busy eating burgers." No, but nah. So he says that he deserves his rematch to be Intercontinental Champion. Cesaro comes out and says that he basically would have been champion if it wasn't for Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens interfering in the match. So it creates a match for the right to be number one contender for the Intercontinental Championship between Cesaro and Kevin Owens. To which Miz is out there on ringside overseeing with his wife, Maurice. Match is pretty good. Had a lot of good spots. Went on for quite a while, surprisingly. But it ended because Miz had a temper tantrum due to the fact that he got in the line of fire, so to speak. So he interrupts the match, which causes disqualification, and him and Kevin Owens start jumping the shit out of Cesaro until, of course, as we expected, Sami Zayn comes out. Probably like what we said yesterday, setting up a fatal four-way for the Intercontinental Championship at Extreme Rules. So after that match, it was a little backstage confrontation. Well, not really a conversation, but a conversation between Dean Ambrose and Stephanie McMahon, where I don't know if Dean Ambrose is trying to channel a PG version of the 1999 or 2001 Chris Jericho, Stephanie McMahon type promo deal, where he's like, oh, that she's pretending to be a good person, but he knows what her true colors are. So she says, okay, why don't you put me on your show later that night? To which he did. I believe after that, if I'm not mistaken, wasn't that the tag team matches after that with the New Day coming out?
Yep.
Yeah, your favorite tag team, the New Day. So did you get your box of Booty-O's yet?
You know damn well I hate their ass.
Hey, you know what though, New Day? Hey, you want some New Day? Hey, you want some New Day? Huh?
They need to die.
You don't like, hey, Stefan! Don't you dare be sour! Clap for your world famous two-time champs and feel the power! Now, so they come out and they talk about Enzo Amore who got injured. What was the song? When you knock out your lights with a botch baseball slide, that's Amore. Well, nah, but we heard that he's doing fine, which is a good thing. So they came out and they said that as soon as Enzo gets better, they'll be waiting. But in the meantime, they're facing the Vaudevillains, who look like they walked out of an Animaniacs episode. But we're not going to talk about that. So they come out and they, I guess, pander to the fact that Enzo got injured because of them. And then the Dudleys come out and they start saying some irrelevant bullshit because they're irrelevant, honestly, right now. Sorry, Bubba and Devon, but you guys aren't really doing much at all. Yeah. So then Colin Cassidy comes out and he gets pissed off and he says that you fucked with his family, so he's gonna fuck you up basically, in a PG sort of way. And it sets up, what was it, a 6-man tag or an 8-man tag? Was it a 6-man tag?
I mean, it was 8. It was 8 man.
8-man. I was a little confused because I saw Xavier Woods like on the ground with the trumpet, so I wasn't sure if he was wrestling or if he was just like fucking sightseeing.
It was 8 man.
Oh yeah, 8-man tag. So of course you know they were gonna do a feel good moment. Colin Cassidy and the New Day win against the Vaudevillains and the Dudleys. And they had a nice little moment where they had black men twerking again, but we're not going to talk about that because I don't want to get too controversial. After that, you're gonna have to bear with me, bro. What was after the New Day's whole thing? Wasn't that the Battle Royal, or was it something in between there? Was it the Ambrose Asylum thing?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, it was the Ambrose Asylum where he had stuff.
I'm thinking matches. I'm not even thinking about like those little segments.
Yeah, I try to remember the segments, keep everything in order. It was the Ambrose Asylum thing with Stephanie McMahon, where he basically tried to just get a rise out of Stephanie until she canceled his show forever. And then she reinstates Chris Jericho's highlight reel, which we kind of expected, but I don't really give a fuck about the shows. But so they end up having a brawl, and of course, Chris Jericho is a dick. He cracks Dean Ambrose's prize potted plant over Dean Ambrose's somewhat insane cranium, which is probably going to set up a match for Extreme Rules, which, like JD said, JD from New York 206, make sure you subscribe to him and follow him on Twitter at the same thing, JD from New York 206. Also subscribe to Joe Cronin at Joe Cronin Show and follow his Twitter at Joe Cronin Show. And his co-host, Jake DeMarco at Countdown Ended on Twitter. And his other co-host and producer, Justin Bailey at Justin Bailey IND on Twitter. And the Best There Is podcast. Make sure you go on iTunes and also leave a like or a rating on their thing as well. And Devious Dave Rose on his Twitter and his YouTube as well. Make sure you follow those guys for all your extra wrestling news that you will not see on this channel. And a little bit of extra insanity that, Chaos can provide. But, hey, why not have a little extra insanity aside from my own natural brand of chaos? But, alright, so that's going to set up a match for Extreme Rules as well. Then I believe right after that was the Battle Royal for the number one contendership for the United States Championship. As I saw on Twitter, a lot of people thought maybe Baron Corbin or Apollo Crews was going to get the rub to be number one contender, but it wasn't the case. I actually, for 2 seconds, thought maybe Zack Ryder would have gotten the number one contendership spot, but then I thought about it and I was like, maybe not. But then once the League of Nations was left, I was hoping it was him because nobody really cares about the former League of Nations. They're all really irrelevant, to be honest. But Rusev won, so maybe they're going to give him another push. Maybe they're taking him out of the doghouse. I guess that's a good thing for him. It kind of seems like he's going to beat Kalisto. It seems like it's a little too expected. Hopefully I'm wrong. Hopefully they build...
I've already seen when he won. It was like, yep, Kalisto will lose his belt.
Yeah, if Kalisto loses his belt, I'm not really feeling the United States title right now. It doesn't really say anything for me. There's nothing to really say about it. Like I felt more emotion from seeing Sami Zayn hold up the Intercontinental title during that segment earlier in the show than I did from watching that Battle Royal. And speaking of the Battle Royal, it's funny how the first person whose theme music came up was Titus O'Neil. I guess they're trying to make amends for the shit they did to him. They're putting him out in a lot of commercials, and they're like exposing him so much. Like it's like a mid-card version of shoving Roman Reigns down our throat. I guess they're trying to shove Titus down our throat subliminally. Not that I mind. Like I said, I have a bit of a gripe against Titus for personal reasons. But I'm glad, like, now he's getting a little bit more FaceTime on TV and stuff like that. So, best of... Huh?
I'd rather them give him, like, a decent decent push.
Yeah, I'm like I said, I don't really like him too much as a person per se, but for all that he does for the company and everything, you can't really hate on the guy. So like I said, big ups to him, honestly. So after that was the whole segment with Little Nate, so to speak, the rock star spud of WWE, referee Charles Robinson, Charlotte and Ric Flair, and the whole explaining the screw job thing, where Charles Robinson tried to say that he didn't screw them or anything like that. Hold on, my battery looks like it's about to die, so we might not have that much time to be recording after this. So we gotta cut it short soon. But yeah, where he's trying to say that he didn't screw Natalia. So Natalia comes out and basically accuses Ric Flair and says that the Hearts are the best there is, was, and ever will be, and all that. To which Charlotte tries to hit her, but she gets her ass handed to her, and then Ric Flair ends up getting put in the sharpshooter and getting his watch and his ring stolen by Natalia. So that ended up being a setup into an Extreme Rules match, a submission match, where, as per Stephanie McMahon, Ric Flair is banned from ringside during that match. I still think Charlotte's going to win, but I'm going to hold on to that for my Extreme Rules predictions later on in the month. And then we're going to end off with the 6-man tag match with the Usos and Roman Reigns versus Gallows, Anderson, and AJ Styles. And the match was pretty good. I give them credit. The match was really good. Until you got to the end, after AJ Styles pinned, what was it, Jimmy Uso, I believe, with the phenomenal forearm for the 1, 2, 3. And the boot of doom was delivered to Roman Reigns before the pin. And Anderson and Gallows bring Reigns into the ring with the steel chair and want AJ Styles to knock the shit out of Reigns. But AJ Styles trying to be the pure white baby face, and he doesn't do it. And then the Usos, one of the Usos grabbed the chair and cracked AJ Styles across the back, to which AJ Styles gets pissed off, as he deservedly should, and cracks the shit out of both the Usos, to which Roman Reigns then sees that happening, gets mad, and starts beating the shit out of AJ Styles and throws him through the announce table because I guess he fucked with his family. But honestly, I'm pretty sure Roman Reigns saw what happened, so that was just unnecessary, and it makes Roman Reigns look like more of a dick. So hopefully this is going towards a future heel turn or something that they're going to do with this guy, because honestly, he makes me want to vomit.
Yeah, I think it's enough that time for a heel, for him to be a heel.
It is, but that's all I really got to say on the whole thing. I'm gonna give this Raw a 7.5. Any thoughts you got?
I give it a 7.
7.5. All right, so I guess that's an average 7.25. Any other thoughts you got on the show or anything?
Oh no, I just seen. I was made to tell you about the Jericho thing. I seen a meme just now on Facebook. It says Mitch the Plant, R.I.P.
Wow. Oh shit, yeah. That's fucked up. But there was one match we forgot, and it was the two sexiest chicks on the women's roster, aside from Sasha Banks and Naomi. Oh God, I'd eat Naomi's ass with a plate of pork chops. But it was Emma versus Becky Lynch, and of course, the Dean Ambrose of the women's division, Becky Lynch, lost to Emma. So maybe they're giving Emma somewhat of a push. Shout out to Zack Ryder, because he gets to plow that every night. But that was in the middle of the show. That was a pretty good little short match too. But that's about it. That's all that really happened in the show. So like I said, I gave it a 7.5. Stefan gave it a 7.25. So he gave it a 7. So we got a Chaos Wrestling average of 7.25 out of 10 for this show. Hopefully this new era thing gets better and continues to grow, honestly. Because I see like they have good ideas, and a lot of the wrestlers are coming back soon, so let's see what happens. So, you got any final words?
Nope.
Alright, so this has been Chaos and Stefan signing off. We will see you guys I'll probably see you guys Saturday or Sunday. Maybe Sunday night. if I go to headquarters, WWE headquarters, might do a quick show, do something for you guys. Some wrestling news, rumors, if there's anything that comes up. But for now, that's it. So stay tuned, guys. And like I said, follow me on Twitter. Follow my partners and the other guys that I told you about. And that's about it. We're off this. That's the bottom line, because Xhaoz, the XWF reigning, defending, undisputed, blah, 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 champion of the world, says so.